Welcome back to the Freedom to Exit podcast. I'm your host, Lani Dickinson, and I still have my favorite, Jeana DeShazer here, tech wizard, business wizard here. And together we are launching the Tool Belt Empire and Booked Out Radio for all of those home service pros who are still working really hard and chasing this income roller coaster and making all the things happen, but super tired, and we can make all that go away. Today, we are talking about why most home service pros use like 10%, that's probably generous, of what's possible, which keeps them stuck. Today's conversation is going to hit home for a lot of you. If you've ever said something like, yeah, I tried that, it didn't work, this episode is for you. Let's talk about why that's happening and why you might only be using that small 10% of what's possible in your business right now, and what we can do to solve that. We see it all the time. A solo home services handyman person signs up for something like online scheduling, but they don't connect it to the quote system. And maybe even the quote system is still pen and paper and they're typing things out, or they don't connect it to their review system or the reminders. So then the client isn't home when they show up. Maybe they've tried missed call text back, but they didn't have a booking link in the message. So it was still more back and forth that needed to happen rather than it happening automatically. Or that somebody sells them a Facebook ad. We don't sell any Facebook ads. Somebody says, oh, you need Facebook ads. But there's nobody to answer the phone, and you can't keep up with the callbacks because now you've been flooded and you can't follow up with those 250 leads that you just purchased. We see it all the time.
So therefore, you think they're bad leads.
So bad leads, or the system didn't work.
The system didn't work.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do it again.
Not going to do it again.
Yeah.
It's kind of like installing, from my perspective, a smart thermostat, but not putting it on your HVAC. It's tech, but it's not helping. It's still hot and you're still menopausal.
It's pretty. It's there on your wall, but
so why is it not their fault?
Well, it's not their fault because they've been sold on a tool, probably from another bro, as we call them. But they were never told how to use it.
Or expected to just go figure it out on their own.
Exactly.
No guidance.
Exactly. And if you're not techie, it's a scary thing to get something that you think, oh my gosh, I don't know how to do this. Like the thermostat.
Yeah.
They're all like computerized now.
Well, today
I
came back to the Airbnb and I said, I got to get changed. I got to put my makeup on. You want to put that printer together?
True. She did. So we put together a printer and printed out our papers before we came. But you're not told how to use it. So it's not your fault. You're not dumb by all means. I don't like to ever make people feel like they're dumb. They just weren't told how to use something.
The other thing I think happens in the it's not your fault category is these people are looking for a solution to grow their business or make life less stressful or easier. But they're not really looking for easy life. I've never met a home services pro who's looking for easy, right? But they're trying to get more leads. That's usually the thing, get more leads. There's other things they're trying to solve. Get home for dinner, no more empty chairs at dinner, those kinds of things.
Well, and the main one is get the invoices out in time.
Get the invoices out.
Quotes out. Get the invoices out so that you can get paid for that
cash
job.
Back.
Get the cash back.
Yeah. And then go on your collection rounds, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So they're trying to solve this one thing, and then they get a hold of a marketer. Us marketers are not very popular in the home services world, we know.
Or any
because the bro marketer comes and says, I sell Facebook ads. You need Facebook ads. That'll solve it. And then all this other infrastructure isn't in place. So they're often not the expert in what they need. They just know they have the problem. Somebody's not listening really well, or they're too eager to sell what they have available to sell instead of saying, you need a comprehensive strategy.
I've met so many clients in my day that had Facebook ads or something else they were given, and we start looking at it, and was just never even set up for success.
Yeah.
You know, and they've paid all this money because Facebook people know how to run ads. They don't know marketing.
Yeah.
They really don't. They just know how to run ads.
Certainly don't know tech.
No, they don't. And so they're selling them what they want them to have and not what they need.
Yeah.
Because they, number one, aren't listening to their problems. So what we do is we talk. We talk to you and say, what is your biggest thing you want to be solved?
Yeah.
What's bothering you the most?
How's that impacting you?
Yes.
Show me what you do
and
when you try to do that.
A lot of people that I talk to say, it's not the lack of leads. It's like my phone rings all the time and I can't get to it.
Yeah.
So I know I'm losing them. It's not like I'm not being found. It's like I'm not being able to answer them.
Right.
And so that a lot of times is the number one thing that we need to go in and start with.
Yeah. Let's start at the beginning.
Start there and solve that problem. And then, okay, we got an automated system that's answering those calls for you and answering questions like voice AI.
Yeah.
Answers their questions. It vets them for you. And then they come to you ready to buy.
Yeah.
What's the next piece that you need help with to make that work?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That you're amazing at that. So as we talk about this, I want to describe what a full lift automation stack would really look like. And there's some stuff left out but I think this will give a pretty good example. When someone sees your QR code, hopefully you have that on your door hangers or your truck, they scan it, sends them to a booking page. They get automatic follow-up with confirmation. They get their service or their quote or whatever scheduled. You control the calendar, but they get scheduled, and then they get reminders so that they remember you're coming. And if they need to change the appointment, they can do that without ever bugging you. All of that can happen with automation, which decreases your no-shows and all those kinds of things. And then after that, they're on your list. Mm-hmm. So now we can send them, the service was done. Can you leave us a review? And then we'll respond to the review. That's all in automation with AI. And then we can say, can you refer a friend? All of that without you having to ask for a referral, ask, hey, did you ever get a chance to do that review? And then they get the email like Jeana talked about in a couple episodes ago where the painter sent you a new email with a 20% off, right? So now we can get your people on an ongoing relationship building email list that sends seasonal specials and gives special pricing and those kinds of things, but keeps you top of mind. That's a system. And
it's not all about selling.
Yeah.
It's about nurturing your people.
Perfect.
And let them know you're still there. Like you talked about seasonal. So when you're going into the summer months, if you're an HVAC person, you want to send out maybe some email about how air conditioners run harder in the summer and just information.
How you can keep it alive a couple more years.
Yes, which everyone wants to.
Yeah.
And so just that nurturing. And so when something happens, they're remembering you because, they've been talking to me about this. They're going to call you probably before they're going to call someone else.
Now, I've been at the digital game for, I don't know, 15 years or something. I don't know how long we've been together. And so what I just said sounds like a lot probably to somebody who's just texting or has just started, right? So they're like, oh my gosh, that sounds like a lot. I don't even know how I would put all that together. So they're freaking out. So I'd love for you to share like all the times I come to you, I have this big flip chart vision. And you're like, hold on. What problem are we really solving? You don't need that. So share a little bit about that and how easy it is actually to build this stuff one piece at a time.
Yeah.
When you know what you're really trying to solve.
Yeah. I come from the flowchart days of computer programming. And so I think in flowcharts.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. But so I back her up and go, okay, number one.
Back it up, Tonka truck.
What is the problem?
Yeah.
And then how are we going to solve it?
Yeah.
And then there's all these questions of, okay, when they answer this way, what are we going to do? So I start asking all these questions. And by the time we're done, we've got this whole flip chart of arrows going They do this, they go over here. They do this, they go down here.
Right.
And so we've got it all visually built.
All the way around a hotel
All the way
room.
around the hotel room. And then we take that and give that to our lovely assistant, who then builds that for us in the background. So it's a whole deal, but it's starting out simple.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need, and we've just done this not too long ago. They don't need all this stuff down here. They need this. And that's kind of where the tool belt empire has evolved from. Her big exit strategy stuff, but you got to get them ready for that. And so let's start with here.
A few days before the exit.
Yeah, you got to start them here and start helping them build that business to be ready to exit down the road.
Right.
So
that's one of the things that I think you're really good. I'm always like, the whole thing. No kidding. I go somewhere to a conference or something, and she's like, do not purchase any new stuff. You don't need it. You don't need it.
That's right.
And so many people try to sell you more stuff, but Jeana's like, what problem do you have right now, and what's the next problem that it's going to create when we fix it? Let's focus on that. And because that, once you fix that, there's actually other problems. It's not all this.
No.
Problems or opportunities. I say problems, but like if we get you more leads, now you have to follow up. That's a problem, but it's an opportunity. It's a good problem to have. So if you've ever said, I tried that, but it didn't work, I truly want you to go and download. It'll be in the show notes. Download the 6 hidden leaks in your business that are bleeding you dry, because it shows you some of the parts that are missing and how to connect the tools that are readily available and not tough to really implement. And when you download that, and in the show notes, there's also an opportunity to have a free Google Your Business profile audit with Jeana. She's really good at making Google My Business profiles optimized and helping that thing, turning that thing into money, I guess I would say. So go download the guide, book your call, get your audit, and join us next week when we talk about, what are we talking about?
I don't know. Episode 4.
What happens when your book's solid but still broke? Because yes, that's a thing.
That's it. Yeah.
So that's what we're going to talk about on the next episode. For now, download the guide, book your Google My Business profile audit, and start thinking about how you want to make some of these easy changes in your business and start.
You can tell you're not tech because it's not called Google My Business anymore. It's called Google Business Profile.
Google My Business or Google Business Profile, whichever works for you.
Just want to throw that out there.
Remember, I'm the strategist. She's the
for
tech
people
behind
that
the
know
scenes.
that, and they're going, she don't know what she's talking about. She doesn't. That's why I'm here.
That should not get edited out. So funny. As always, I want to say thank you for joining us today. We are so grateful for the time that you give us to talk about your business and help you make it better. And we'd love for you to share this with somebody who needs the information. We'd love for you to subscribe. You'd leave a comment, anything that will serve you. We'd love for you to do that. And we will see you on the next episode.